Okay, Godzilla tier list. Let's go. So first, of course, this is from Godzilla slash or Gojira or Godzilla King of the Monsters from 1952. This of course 1954. So this is the suit, or I guess the design that started everything. So of course this has to go the only spot it can go, greatest ever. And yeah, because this is the original, the OG Godzilla. Like, so it has to be there because it's the first. Second, from Godzilla Raids Again. This one is, I'm not sure. I don't think this is completely different. Maybe I think it was like a repurpose or what do you call redesign, a redo of the first suit. So either way, it's not so good, I would say. Well, yeah, not so good because it's kind of weirdo. Or I don't know. What would you say? It was like, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll put it good, not great. Yeah, good, not great. Like it's still good design. Like it looks good for its time in that kind of movie. So that's where I'll put it. Next is from Godzilla or King Kong versus Godzilla, 1962. This one is, I would put that as, well, it's different. I think this is not a complete redesign, or well, I think this is like a completely new suit, and they made the face a bit weird. Like from the side, it doesn't look that bad, but if you look at it head on, it kind of looks like a goofy frog head. So I'm gonna put this in the not so good because I don't think the face turned out so great. And next is Godzilla versus Mothra, or versus the Thing, whichever version you got. 1964. This suit is closer to, I guess, the more well-known kind of suit that were in the later films. But this one itself, it did actually looked really good. So I am going to put this, I don't know about great. Maybe I'll save that for good, not great. Well, no, put it in great. It was good. It was really good. It worked good for the movie, and the movie was good and all that. Yeah. Next is from, let's see, Mothra, then King Ghidorah. Yeah, Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. Not this. It was called, or was it called either called Godzilla King of no, not Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. It was just called Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. Or I think that was the English version of it anyway. But yeah, this one is, yeah, this is maybe the more well-known version of the Godzilla face and suit. I think this one was much lighter too. So, well, I'm going to put this in the good, not great. It's like it is good, but there are better ones out there. Next is Godzilla. Let's see, that was Mothra, then Ghidorah, then Monster Zero. So this one should be from Godzilla vs. Monster Zero, which is, I guess, a direct sequel to Ghidorah Three-Headed Monster of 1967. Now this one, I don't know. I know the movie. I think I like the movie, but and the suit looked good too. But it's the face. The face of this one is less, I don't know, intimidating. I don't know, I never really found Godzilla to be scary in the first place. Thought it was really cool. Not exactly scary, but I don't think this is a very scary look, even for a not so scary. Or I suppose maybe some people could. Maybe I'm babbling. Yeah, no, this one, this face, I would put it in not so good, just because of the face. Like, it looks a little more frog-like than a dragon or a dinosaur. Next, I think, is Son of Godzilla, if I recall correctly. So yeah, Mothra, Ghidorah, Monster Zero, then Son of Godzilla? Huh. But this one is more in line with the, No, this one's from Son of Godzilla. Hold on, who's this guy? Or, no, it was the same, no, it was the same suit, wasn't it? Of course. So they changed it for Son of Godzilla. That's what this is. This one is from versus Mecha Godzilla, which we're gonna put in the great because that one, I think, well, for me at least, is like a definitive Godzilla suit and face. Like, that's the one that I most associate with Godzilla because that's what I grew up with. Yeah, and then we, I guess he did a whole new design, or not a new design, a new suit for Godzilla or Terror of Mechagodzilla, which is this one. But I mean, this also goes into great because it's like it's similar. I think there's a bit of difference. Actually, I don't think there's that much difference. But anyway, Terror of Mechagodzilla, 1973. Are these dates right? But anyway, yeah, I like this. I think I like this design the most. Cause yeah, or well, I guess we'll get to the others. Or we'll talk when we get to others. This is from. What's this? I think it's from a comic book. Now, I haven't really read much or any of the old Godzilla comic books, so. Also, this one doesn't look that appealing anyway. It looks very kind of generic-y, so I'm going to put this in not so good. And this was the Hanna-Barbera cartoon of Godzilla, where it was the series. I think it was like there was a group of like a Scooby gang, and they had like their a little like mini Godzilla as their Scooby-Doo guy. Well, mini in relatively to... I say mini in relativity to Godzilla. Because... Are my words making any sense? I don't know. Or am I just making up it? Phrases. Whatever. Like, small in comparison to Godzilla because the thing was actually big. The little Godzuki. It was actually... yeah. And... yeah, they like they drove around in a car solving mysteries, and then Godzilla shows up and fights whatever, or breaks a thing or whatever. And yeah. This one, it's, the look is, I guess, similar to the Toho Godzilla, but it, like, if you ever actually saw the cartoon, it like, the roar was off. Everything was off about it. Like his roar was literally a guy going like roar in a microphone. Like it was very Americanized. And also he breathed fire, not atomic breath. He had fire, which we'll get to that one soon enough. But this one, it's meh. I put it in not so good because there's just better ones out there. Now, Godzilla 1984, or The Return of Godzilla, I think it was called in Japan. It was called Godzilla 1985 in English-speaking world. And now this is definitely a lot scarier than the previous ones. Like this one actually looked like it looked a bit intimidating too. all except for the eyes. Because the suit itself, like they made the suit itself, or I should say the face of the suit, to be more animatronic. Kind of like what they did for the Ninja Turtles in the Ninja Turtle movies, where they had like radio-controlled mouth and radio-controlled eyes, except the eyes never worked. So like the eyes was stared at, or was frozen in this sort of a goofy sort of up-staring look. Like it's always looking upward. But like the rest of the face itself is it's a lot more dragon-like. I think more dragon-like than dinosaur-like. So I would put this one, and looks scarier too. So I'm going to put this one in. Maybe the good, not great. Because like there are a few problems, like with the eyes and all, but yeah. So yeah, there. That's what that is. Next was Godzilla vs. Biolente. Now this one looks almost completely different from the 1984 one. I guess that's what spending however long in a volcano would do it to you. It would mold your face. Yeah. This one is, well, it didn't look... It was less scary, I think, less intimidating than the 85 one. And... I don't know, what can I say? It's... Yeah, now we're getting closer to the 90s, the 90s style, and it's... I don't know, that one didn't really do it for me. Well... I don't know, I don't know how to say this. This is not, like, as fun. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. Like we're trying to be more serious in the 90s with the Godzillas, but then it kind of just turned into like live action anime-esque kind of stories and acting wise and all that stuff. But the look of it is not, I would say this was not as good as 85, so I'm going to put it in not so good. It's not really my favorite. Next one. Now this one looks better. From 1992. I think this is from versus Space Godzilla. I know the movie itself was pretty boring and not great. The suit and I think the face was done pretty well. It was very like dragon dinosaur-y like, and you know it's the suit itself was pretty good. So I'm going to put this in good, not great. Could have been better, but no, this was pretty good in itself. Next, from let's see what's after Space Godzilla versus Mothra, or was it versus Mechagodzilla 2? No, Mothra, right? Yeah, Mechagodzilla 2. Then it was Destroyer. Okay, but anyway, yeah, this one. Okay, this was better. This one looked better. Or, what am I saying better? This one... Wait, which... But then, no. Which one was versus King Ghidorah? Is it 94? But anyway, this one, just because it's like, looks a bit cooler, so I'm going to put this up in the great. Because it was... Yeah. And then this one... This, I think maybe a bit a step down, because it has, like, I don't really like the tiny little pointy ears, like you see there, and that snarling face. It did not really look, I don't know, intimidating. Look a bit more goofy than the last one, so I'm going to put this in not so good. Next. We're in versus Destroyer. This was the Burning Godzilla. Yeah, of course it was Godzilla. He was like melting down, or about to melt down, so he was getting super heated. so his insides was glowing, and it like it really had this really cool glowing effect. Which so of course this goes into great because it looked great. And now we get to, I guess, the second Americanized version of Godzilla. From the TriStar movie of Godzilla, 1998. This design. Now, yes. Okay. Yes, it's not really Godzilla. Like, not in the way we know Godzilla to be. But speaking strictly from aesthetics, from a design point of view, the monster itself did not look that bad. It looked pretty... well, no, the monster itself was cool. Like, if it didn't have the name Godzilla, and it wasn't, like, portrayed to be like or it wasn't, like, meant to be a Godzilla thing, then I think it would have... maybe the movie itself would have gone down better. Because, like, the movie itself, it's not that bad. Well, I wouldn't say it was bad either. Like, it is a pretty decent movie. In fact, I might say it's a pretty good movie. I guess just the sticking point is that when it's trying to be something that it's not. Like the Godzilla was... like, this is not Godzilla like everybody knows. And what they were trying to change it into kind of sucked. Like, in comparison to like the actual Godzilla that we all know. This would be like a huge step down. But again, speaking like aesthetically on its own, like in a vacuum, the monster I think looked pretty good. Not great, but good. So it goes there. And then again, or I guess I should say, yeah, should say also. So Godzilla, the series. There's another animated series of Godzilla, but this was of the 98 Godzilla. American TriStar Godzilla. And it's, well, it's the exact same design. And I would say animated, so I would just put in, like, good, not great. Because it is, like, a pretty decent, pretty good design for a monster. Although it was better. Like, the cartoon Godzilla was better than the live-action one. It was closer to Godzilla. Not much, but like a couple creeps closer to the actual Godzilla. So, well... but anyway, yeah, that's where that goes. Next, Godzilla 2000. Or Godzilla Millennium. Now, this one might be a bit tricky, because though I do like that they redesigned it to look more monstrous, like with a lot more spikiness to it, not just in the spines, but like all over, to make it look like dangerous to touch even. I think they may have gone a little too overboard with that design. Well, I do like I do like it looks more like a monster. Like, even though the others were supposed to look like he was supposed to look more dragon-esque. This one looks more like a monster-esque. Like, yeah. So I would put this one. But again, I think they went a little too... They did a little too much, a little too overboard on this one. So I can't really put this... I don't think I could put this in the good, not great, but... this one is the not so good. Even though it was a valiant effort. Anyway, next, from... let's see, 2001. So this one would have been with... versus Megaguirus. And I think it was the same a suit or design even for versus Mechagodzilla and Tokyo SOS. But anyway, this one was better. Like it wasn't as overdone as the Millennium one. This one was. I would put that one. Actually, I put that one in the great because that's probably my second favorite design of Godzilla. Then in 2000, okay, or this one is now. Wait, no, this is from. Yeah, it's still. Actually, no, I'll put this one in good, not great, because this one is from the Mechagodzilla, or I guess Godzilla versus Kiryu. No, they said or did they say Mechagodzilla? Yeah, versus Mechagodzilla. The second one, Godzilla Tokyo SOS. Yeah. Wait, where's the one from GMK? That's not this one. It was a completely different design. Where is that one? Oh, this is from GMK. Well, is this out of order, or is... No, wait, no. GMK came first? Oh, alright, maybe I'm out of order. I am the one who is out of order, so... Okay, never mind. Let's Control Z, and we'll... The last one, and we'll redo it. This one is the one... Yeah, I can see it. I can see the whites of the eyes now. This one goes in the great column because it's great. That was a really good design. It looked much closer to like the classical design from the 60s. And like those white eyes made it look kind of spooky. So yeah, I like that one. This one again, this one is from the Mechagodzilla ones. But it also goes in great because it's a really good design. Like it was like what I said. Take what I said about like that in comparison to that, but I meant to say that in this in comparison to that. So yeah, I hope that clears that up. Okay. And now from Godzilla Final Wars, the last of the Millennium series, or the Millennium era, I should say, because they decided to do more. Godzilla Final Wars. This design, now, the Godzilla in that one was pretty cool. Kind of like over-the-top kind of story. Like it fit with the weirdo over-top anime-esque kind of story. But the design itself was not so good. Mostly because of the face. It has kind of like a weird kind of face, where and that those tiny little pointy ears that I don't like. Well, that's what I'm putting that. Okay, next was this was not an official movie. There was like just a quick little cameo in something called Always Sunny on 3rd Street. And I can't see that, whatever. Well, the movie like had nothing to do with Godzilla. It was like about some sort of writer or cartoonist or something, and whatever. And like this is one of his hallucinations or dreams or whatever. Anyway, yeah, this design. I kind of put it not so good. I know it's not. It look. For me, anyway, in my own opinion, didn't look that great. Like this was just coming off the American, because this one was CGI. The American one was also CGI. So there was like lots of comparisons to this one to that one with the CGI, and in comparison, it does look. For a Godzilla monster, then yes, this looks better. But the design, I don't know, didn't look right. I don't know how else to put it, really is. So I'm just gonna put that in not so good. Now, Next is the, I guess, second, or technically third attempt, American attempt at Godzilla. Would technically be third, because like first one, would you count the cartoon as a first? Or, I suppose movie-wise, and this would be like the second attempt. Whatever, anyway. This is from the Legendary film company called Legendary. It's a CGI from Godzilla. It was just called Godzilla. Yeah, 2013 or 14. I can't really get like a exact number. Like it came out in the 13, but everyone says Godzilla 2014. Though it was 2013 when the movie came up, or whatever. This one goes. It is a great design. It is. I do like the design. Like again with the face, like it does have like a kind of a stubby nose to it, but it has sort of like a very monstery, crocodile-y, like lizardy type features to it, which I like that. The movie itself, I don't know about that movie because, like, it was sort of half great, half terrible. Well, not terrible, half great, half not good. And like this is one that had Bryan Cranston in it, but then they killed off his character early in the movie, and it was about the what's this guy, some other guy who was the kid of Bryan Cranston, and they did like the whole cutaway right before the action thing, and like the movie, I don't know, like they did really good build up of like not showing you the monster and like not showing, and then blah, the big reveals and all that. Like I kind of they did that well, but story wise and like it wasn't. I don't know. I maybe you could say like it's a medium. It's a 5. Not great, not terrible, but the design itself, I think, is pretty good. Really good. I liked it. Now, here's where we're gonna get into a bit of controversy, I think. Godzilla or Shin Godzilla, or Godzilla Resurgence in America. This, design-wise, like I know the movie, like it was supposed to be some criticism of the Japanese government's handling of the Fukushima disaster. So, like this Godzilla is definitely a metaphor Godzilla, like he's supposed to be, or like he was originally meant to be. Now, just speaking design-wise, I know everybody says like, I think everybody really likes this one. Like it's really gory and mangly and all that. I don't really like it. I know, but just for like I guess the same reasons, it doesn't look like, I don't know. It's not, doesn't feel right as a Godzilla or. And yeah, I know, you could like argue, but that's the point, and blah blah blah, because it's like it had a very, very different origin from the other Godzillas. Like this one is, well, he like mutated out of some toxic goop, and so, and it will eventually evolve into like a god being or whatever. Is the story, but the design-wise. I don't know. For like, if I wanted like a toy, like a model of it, like I have a whole bunch of models of the other Godzillas. I don't know if I want a toy model of this one because I didn't really like that design for Godzilla. You know, yes, I know, I get it, fits with the movie and all that, and it looks good for the movie. Like in the movie, yeah, like it works, but for like putting on a shelf to look at. Nah, I don't really want that. And the same goes for the rest of its evolutions, too. So yeah, sorry to disappoint you, if you are disappointed. But next is from the Netflix animated Godzilla, the Godzilla Earth. Now this one is a pretty different, well, it's kind of a different take on the monster, because like the story of those movies were very out there, kind of a, how would I put it, like a science fiction type of story that is only work, or type of science fiction premise that kind of only works as like a short story. But this was kind of elongated into 3 movies, which I didn't think worked. I didn't like them very much. They weren't, I wouldn't say they weren't done well. It was like, story-wise, it was very technobabble heavy. It's very, I don't know, how would I put it, like, meant to sound smarter or more spiritual than it actually was, or what it actually came across. So the design itself, like, this is probably the biggest Godzilla. Like, his head, like, goes past the clouds. Like, he is, like, super gigantic. But the design itself, I didn't really care for. I don't know, it was too muddy. I don't know how well to put it, but I wasn't really jiving with the design, so I put it in not so good. That's Rico's. Sorry. Now, Godzilla. The next one is Godzilla X Kong, or no, Godzilla versus Kong, and I guess Godzilla X Kong, the X Godzilla from the X series. I guess that's how we're gonna put it. 'Cause it's in Godzilla X Kong, Godzilla Kong, and I guess it's coming up in the new Godzilla X Kong Supernova, which is coming out. Who knows? But yeah, again, it's the same design as the Legendary, and the design, well, I guess it's kind of almost exactly the same. So yeah, I like that one. I like that one too. So yeah, well, I don't know what else to say. There you go. The movies are bad themselves. Like, even if the first Godzilla 2013 was just sort of meh kind, the other ones were very boo. Like, I think King of the Monsters. I like King of the Monsters, and Godzilla vs. Kong was, I would say that was worse than King of the Monsters. I know, everybody seems to think that King of the Monsters was bad, but no, I liked King of the Monsters. Maybe better than 2013, but like the Kong ones, those were just dumb. And I don't mean like the fun kind of dumb, like in the 60s and 70s kind. It was just like dumb. Like, I can't even laugh at it. Like, I can't really enjoy it because all the story and the characters are just dumb. Yeah. Now this one, I don't know what this is. There was some anime or something that had a Godzilla in it, and this is like Godzilla from the Arctic, so he's like all snowy. Now, I really have no idea. Like, I tried looking for the context for it. Not very hard. Like, just sort of kind of looked, did a quick Google search, and all I found was just that scene, and I can't even remember the name of whatever anime it came from. But again, design it good, not great, because it's snowy, and like it looks like Godzilla with snow on him, and that's kind of just it. So yeah. Now, Godzilla singular point. I kind of had to make it's it's I had to. I'm going to give this like its very own category of why did you do that? Because that was probably the worst Godzilla thing ever. I don't know. It was just really bad. It was like super technobabble heavy, like even worse than Godzilla Earth. Like it was, how do I put this? The showing off how smart you are was more important than showing any monsters, or any story, or anything of interest. Like every single scene, there's like a guy in there doing some sort of technical thing, and he's explaining the technical thing in great detail. And it's just, who cares? And like, that's all that was. Like, and like, it was just so long. It just went on and on and on about something that, what, maybe like 5 people may understand. But yeah, but then design-wise, this is probably the worst Godzilla ever made, like hands down. So all of it, and it had like, of course, it has like all of its evolution stages, but they are all terrible. I'm putting this all in the why did you do that? Because why? You have like so much to choose from here, or you could have made like it's his own, where you could like try an original thing that wasn't. Well, I guess they did. This was original. Okay, don't do original things. Just sort of copy off of something. Copy off of what was good. Do that. But no, like none of this really made sense. None of this was visually appealing. And you're trying to tell me that this is supposed to be Godzilla when, I don't know, it just looks really dumb. It looks worse. It's just probably the worst. I hate this the most. Like, what is this dumb little face in the front, his gigantic mouth that like opens up way at the back of that. Yes, and yes, I do know what they're getting at. I know what they're trying to do. Like, hey, he was like a fish monster thing that evolved into a land monster thing, but no, all these stages just looked awful. Especially if you're trying to be a Godzilla. Like, you're trying to portray Godzilla as something. Like, this is probably... I don't like it. The show was awful. The design was awful. I don't know. There. Why did you do that? That's where that goes. Now, oh yes, and this is from some YouTube thing. I guess somebody made a CGI fight between Godzilla versus a Gigan, but a Gigan Rex, which I don't know. I watched it like some time ago. I barely remember it. Whatever, the design. Again, it's like it looks just like the '90s kind of Godzilla. So, yeah, there it goes. Good, not great. But it's just good, whatever. I think it's his fan or whatever. -1, okay. This one. Now, yes, the movie itself is great. It's a really good movie. The design. Okay. I do think it's a good design. could have been better, or how should I put this? You know, there were some things about it that was a little meh of it, but it was still like a good. It was very scary looking and all that. So I'm gonna just have to put it in good, not great. Although the movie was good, the monster was good, but it's just I don't know. Maybe it's because maybe this one is just my nostalgia or something that it's not really fitting. I don't know, but it was like it is a good design. Like don't get me wrong, it is like it looks good, it looks great, but it's just for me anyway, something is just a bit off. I don't know, I can't really explain it. But yeah, no, it is good. Maybe no, good. Yeah, there it goes. And Godzilla X Kong, this one, yeah, no, that's the pink, flames and the pink spines. Like, no, you know what? This goes in. Why did you do that? Because, like, again, the design itself was really good. Like, I like it. Like it looks just like the other legendary Godzillas. But what's with all that pink glowy stuff? Like, it's just dumb. It didn't need to be pink. Because it's much less scary, too. And also, he runs. Like, Godzilla doesn't run. It looks so dumb when he was running. And, like, the movie itself was just awful. Utter trash. I don't have enough bad things to say about that dumb movie. Or Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. Like, it was just ridiculous. The only thing that it's not good, but something that I found funny was just the big monkey pit. Where they had all those Kongs just sort of shifting around boulders from one side of the place to the other. And they kept getting whipped by the bruiser monkeys, the big monkeys, and yeah. Well, that was kind of funny. But, of course, overall, the movie is just bad. Oh, and it got like a stupid gauntlet, too. Like, King Kong got his gauntlet thing. It's supposed to be part of, like, a whole, Iron Man suit, I guess. But then they had to, like, end the project for some reason. And, I don't know, the story doesn't make any sense. It's just, everything was dumb. Nothing was dumb. They brought a kid. They took a kid and some dumbass podcaster guy into a danger zone. Like, I don't know if you saw it, but like I remember probably the dumbest part was like they assembled a team to go into like the under earth or the hollow earth part where there's like deadly monsters and deadly plants and everything is deadly and you have to be highly trained or else you'll die. And then the commander lady was like, hey, I'm going to bring this kid along. And I'm also going to bring some podcaster guy with no training at all who just makes dumb jokes. And then they have like a hippie guy. And then they decided, well, somebody needs to be competent. So they got themselves one competent, I guess, army guy or soldier guy. But then they kill him off pretty quick. And then just don't talk about it again. I just don't care that he died because he was like being all mean, like, man, I'm in charge here, man, my technology is better than your stupid hippie stuff. And then he gets eaten by a tree. Everybody, and then they do like a big joke, like, yeah, it's just a part of life, man. Where like the hippie guy like hugs the podcaster guy, and he's like, oh, it's circular life, you know. One day you're like alive, next you're eaten by a tree in the hollow earth, and we're just gonna forget about you. No, it was bad. Probably the worst of the legendary movies. But anyway, yeah, it goes into why did you do that? Because why did you make him pink? So don't do that. Although I did kind of like where Godzilla sort of just stepped inside the Colosseum. Like he sort of just curls up in there like a cat and sleeps in it now because I thought it was this. I don't know, like because like this one came from some ancient Atlantean race that blew up. That the humans blew up because they shot a nuke right into his face while he was trying to rest there. And, I mean, yeah, I'm babbling now, but yeah, that's my tier list. This is there you go. I think everything is appropriately set. So yeah, I don't know. What's your favorite Godzilla? What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite suit or design? Do you agree with me? Do you not agree? Yeah. Okay, bye.